Welcome to Monitor, and we have a special guest today from abroad. That's why I'm speaking English today. And our guest is Hamad Yassim from the Ahwazian Arabian Liberation Front. Welcome to you, Hamad.
Thank you, Mr. Lloyd.
Can you tell us Ahwaz? What is that? Because in West Europe we don't know very much about that.
I see. Al-Ahwaz was a country before 1925, and for about 500, 600 years, and it was the sheikh like Sheikh Khazal. He was the last sheikh for our countries, but Iranian regime in that time, Reza Shah, he was a king of Iran, they occupied our country in 1925 until now. And Al-Ahwaz is actually located in the southwest of Iran and southeast of Iraq, and we have a border with Saudi Arabia and Arabian Gulf. And about the population is more than 6 million people living in that country, and about more than 114 square kilometers.
So in fact much bigger than Denmark.
Yes,
you can say.
Yeah.
But you have also your own language.
Yes, we do have our language. We are a different nation. We speak Arabic. Our nation is different than Persian, different than Iranian nation. But when we occupy, they fight with us and they don't let us to speak our language.
But I also read somewhere that Al-Ahwaz could be called Arabistan.
Yes, Arabistan was before then, long time ago. It's about 600, 700, 800 years ago. But is the real name of that country? It was Al-Ahwaz from the 2,000 years ago.
So you are the representative of the Ahwazian Arabian Liberation Front. What do you want to achieve?
Actually, we want to get our freedom. We fight for freedom, we fight for the human right, and we fight for our people and our countries. We need freedom to get out from the Iranian regime, because they torture us, they put us in a jail, and we have nothing from that country. All the oil in our country is about 90%, 85% of the oil in Iran. It's in my homeland, but they export more than 3.5 million barrels a day, and they spend it in only for the Persian people. And our people, they getting poor day by day, and we are just waiting for some, the God come and help us. You know.
But how can it be that in Europe general we don't know so much about that?
Actually, they knows. They knows, especially the United Kingdom, because they used to occupy our country too before 1925. But by them help, actually, they helped the Iranian regime that time. Then they occupied my homeland. But they do know about everything, the European countries.
Yeah. But how do you see perspectives today? Because we know that Iran has a very special regime nowadays, and I think it will be not easy.
That's true. Iranian regime actually is a fascist regime, is a mullah's regime, and is an Islamic regime, but is not a real Islamic. They go the different way. They use the religious for them nationalism, national parties. Then, so the Iranian regime is a fascist, and they don't care about the human right, they don't care about the people, they don't care about anything. That they care only about to just occupy the different countries' land, and they torture the people, and they kill the people, and they don't care about anything. They don't care about the United Nations human rights resolution, That's why they don't care about the war, actually. They are terrorists.
But how can you people, Ahwazian people, do something about this situation? Not only the people who are abroad, but also the people who are in Ahwazia.
The people actually there, they have no choice, because they are far, from everything. There is no school, there is no education, there is no freedom, there is no, language. They have to speak the Persian language, They push them to, they use they sell the drugs in my homeland is cheaper than the fruit. you know. That's why they want to leave the people back and back and back. That's why the Iranian regime, they fight with everything, you know, they use everything to fight with us, to let us be, you know, like that, to live like that, to not ask for the freedom.
What are your movement, the Liberation Front, doing for making that known all over the world?
Well, we used to actually to use the media, you know, especially in Europe and in Canada and in the United States, to let the people knows about our right, the human right, because they don't, the Iranian, they don't respect the human right resolution. That's why we fight for that, because we need the right and the democracy in our homeland.
But do you believe, that that independence that you in fact are fighting for, it can become true one day?
Yes, I believe. I believe one day will come true, because we're fighting for, we will get that. And I believe one day we will get our freedom from the fascist regime in Tehran.
But that would mean then that probably what we know as Iran today will fall apart, because there's different also ethnic groups around. There's Azerbaijan and there's a lot of other nationalists, you know it well.
Yeah, that's true. The Iranian country is about 5 nations, not only Persian. Iranian is about 5, and one nation is a Kurdish, one nation is a Turk, and one nation is a Baloch, and one nation is a Arab, and in the middle Iranian, you know, those is a Persian. So those nations, they don't want to stay with Iranian countries. They want to divide that country, and they want to be alone, you know. They want them language, they want them nation. That's why they fight too, not only us. We fight, all of us, we fight for our nation, our land.
But would it not probably be better that you would fight for a democratic Iran than where everybody could be together?
That's true. That's true. We fight too. Not only for liberation, we fight too. But we get nothing from that country. We get nothing from that regime. The mullahs regimes, they don't care about the democratic, because there is no chance and no choice to get that democratic in Iranian regime right now.
I know that there's different other movements, Abbasian movements. Yeah. Can you tell a little bit about that work you have abroad?
Actually, Ahwazian movements, there is about a few Ahwazian movements. They are working outside the country and inside the countries. The people who is working outside the country, they goes to the media, they ask the media, and they talk with the media about the country, and they talk with some countries like European Union. We have relationship with them, and we have relationship in Canada too. A few times we met with the parliament in Canada, and we explained for them about the Ahwazian movement. And actually we get a lot of help from them, you know, from the media and from the parliament too.
And what about the United Nations? How they react to your situation?
Actually, we do have some relation with the United Nations too, and we explain for them the problem in our countries, and they knows everything. They know everything about that, and we will wait until we see what they're going to do. But you know, the Iranian regime, they never respect the United Nations resolution.
So what are you applying for?